Now, a lot of people only think that corn addiction is something that men have to deal with. But no, I have a video right here that is going to show you that this is something that women struggle with as well. Now, the thing is with women, a lot of them don't see it as a problem because the negative side effects, how it affects them with relationships, it's not talked about, right? With guys, we got 1,000 NOFAP videos posted every single day, right? But when it comes to women, it's very much more normalized. And a lot of it is based around the consumerism of the toys, the roses and all of that stuff. And it's just not something that is talked about. So let's go ahead and listen to these women right here, man.
Porn. It's a women's issue too.
Don't say that. That's a guy's thing.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was exposed in middle school and struggled alone for 6 years because I was so scared of what people would think about me if they found out that I was struggling.
Wow, I would have never have known that.
The crazy thing is 1 in 6 women consider themselves struggling or addicted to it.
Dang, that's
1 in 6 women. And notice she said she was exposed in middle school. I think kids nowadays are getting exposed to this a lot younger, man. They're getting exposed to this in elementary school now. And for me, yeah, I was kind of early. I think around 4th, 5th grade is when I first got exposed. I seen a father talk about this. I was watching, a true crime video, and the father was like, it's not about if your kid is going to get exposed to corn. It's about when they get exposed to it, right? Because you can do as much as you want to as a parent. There's going to be a time when they come across this stuff, right?
a high number. So then, what are practical steps?
The temptation to watch things I have no business watching greatly increased right before my cycle started.
That makes so much sense because your hormones are fluctuating during your ovulation phase, telling your brain it's time to get pregnant.
Same thing as men, right? Just, different lingo, right? They're basically saying when they get in heat, as we say, when it comes to animals, or, when we get horny, that's when the temptation is the highest, right? Because you want that release, that pressure starting to build up. And this same thing actually happens to women. It's just, at different times than men. Men, shit, we might, what I'm saying? A lot of times we get down bad, right? I think at my most down bad time, probably did that at least maybe 2 or 3 times a day at one point, right?
I also noticed that whatever it was that I was feeling was greatly heightened during that phase.
Okay, so knowing that, how does that help you flee then?
I tend to feel more lonely during this phase, so I try to plan ahead, make plans with friends so that I'm less likely to isolate and relapse.
So if I'm feeling some type of way during this phase, then I should just go do a workout class to release some endorphins.
Exactly.
Okay.
There will be times where you're
Exactly, man. That's exactly the proper advice that we usually give guys, right? We tell guys that find something else to do, find other releases for that energy, go hit the gym, build something, work on a project, do something else to kind of displace that sexual energy and move it around your body, because it's all in the, what is it called? The root chakra, right? It's all centered down there. That's when you start thinking with the wrong head, right? And you got to move that energy around. This is why I tell guys, hey, do 100 push-ups as soon as you wake up in the morning, so your energy is already moving. You get a little bit of that adrenaline and you're good to go.
practical steps or your ways to flee don't work or aren't accessible. So what then?
Well, we as believers have been set free because of what Jesus did on the cross. I mean, I'm reminded of Galatians 5:1 right now. Hold on, where's my Bible? I need one second. Let me pull it out. Here we go. Galatians 5:1 says, "So Christ has truly set us free. Now make sure that you stay free and don't get tied up again in slavery to the law." Then verse 28 says, "Those who belong to Christ Jesus have nailed the passions and desires of their sinful nature to his cross and crucified."
Now, I'm not one to use religious texts to tell somebody why they shouldn't do this, because like I said, when it comes to this, I don't think it's necessarily good or bad. If you watch a little bit of porn once a week, or a little bit of corn once a week or once or twice a month, do I think you're just, doing something terrible? No, it's about the addiction. We're talking about people who are struggling with this. They're doing it every day, multiple times a day. They can't stop. They need, it's becoming like a physical dependency on this stuff.
And them there.
And it's affecting them in their real life, right? That's when the point when it's something is wrong, when it's affecting your real life, when it's affecting your relationships, maybe even affecting your job.
So
Right.
basically, our temptations, our desires, what our flesh wants, have already been nailed to Jesus on the cross, meaning we actually don't have to act on them.
So if you have struggled with this in the past,
Basically saying, you are in control of yourself. Like that's the as a man especially, we have to understand that like the best thing that we can do in this life is master ourselves. And when we master self, when we are able to control, when we're able to, I got an urge, but when we're able to identify that urge, identify the trigger, what's triggering this, right? I tell a lot of guys, do not in the middle of the day, do not get into your bed unless you're going to go to sleep. If you get into your bed in the middle of the day and start scrolling on your phone, you are like, for me, because I know like that's a trigger for me, right? If I'm just in the middle of the day, I'm full of energy still, and I just lay down and I'm scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, right? Those platforms, you're gonna see stuff that's gonna lead you to getting on those websites, right? So stay off your phone. Stay out your bed. Stay out your bed unless you are going to sleep, because that's usually where most of us participate in that activity, right?
or are actively battling it now, you're not dirty, you're not gross, you're not worthless, you're not unlovable or unforgivable because Christ loves you. Christ forgave you. He has already made you new, has washed you clean. You are a new creation.
Wait, who are you talking to?
Okay, that was a good video. Shout out to these two women. Like I said, when it comes to battling with lust, when it comes to battling with this addiction right here, it's all about mastering yourself, finding better habits, and not taking it too seriously. Like, don't be the guy that's, I'm on I feel bad because I was on a 20-day streak and then I relapsed. Like, don't count the days, because if you do it, you do it. Just move on. Just move on, because looking at yourself in a negative light, like, dang, I fucked up and I'm dirty, I'm this, I'm worthless. That's the stuff that's gonna put you in that cycle of trying again and continue to do it, instead of you breaking that cycle by just getting new habits, get new things going on in your life, finding women, because so many guys aren't. I seen a statistic yesterday. It's like 45% of guys under 25 have never approached a woman. That's scary right there. That's scary, because I mean, it's not scary for me, because hey, that just means it's more women out there. I'm a taking guy, but if I was single, I would love that stat. I'm like, oh, y'all making the game even easier. But when we look at like our society, and if we want humans to continue and not just be a bunch of weird sewer dwelling type of guys, we gotta work on that. We gotta, I guess, coach these younger guys up somehow, right?
I just wanna be great, just to be great, be great.